Ooh.
You all right over there?
I'm
Good
bumping
evening,
stuff
guys.
down.
This is
I'm
Miss
trying
Shirley,
to
OG. Hey, Presbyterian. Y'all, this is one of them kind of nights, okay? Believe me, it's been a rough week. This is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, Zone 6B, Cleveland, Ohio. And my baby girl over here, excuse me, Pescatarian Gardner. And we're here this evening. If you're watching the replay, I hope you enjoy it because we always have a ball every week with all our subscribers and onlookers and people in the bushes. We take everybody. Please hit that like button and show you that you like us just a little bit. And also hit that notification button. Excuse me. So if we have any new videos, y'all can check them out and give us a comment. All right. Um,
absolutely
All right, we got a few folks jump in here already. Jeanette Cruz and
nice.
Homestead. Hey, Riri, thank you, sweet thing.
Hey.
All right, in here, bright. Oh, Bouger, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Glad to see y'all popping in here early tonight. Now,
Uh-oh.
I'm just sitting on the side. Tonight is girlfriend's deal, but before we let her turn it over to her, and you know what I'm finna do. Me. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do.
Ah. That's all I can do. Because
That's
I
all
cannot
right.
carry a tune. I
Hello
cannot.
there. Oh, she says she watching from the bushes and driving. Be careful out there. Keep your eyes on the road.
Yes, please, please, please do.
She's talking to you, Bouger. Bouger talking to you, Presbyterian.
Oh, hola, mi
Hola, ¿cómo
hermana.
está?
She's
Okay.
so sweet. Girl, I love your video with your
Bien.
cast iron meals and whatnot. That
Okay.
cake. I'm like, this weekend, I'm doing it. Cause that thing look good, man. That apple cake,
She said
I'm
tutu.
about to do it.
Mhm.
I'm
Sweet Love said he outside. That's okay, hon. I was outside earlier.
mm-hmm.
Hey, Kara's little
Bougie,
garden. How you doing? Been missing you. You all right? Hope everything is well.
should be.
Yeah, I've been at my granddaughter's for the last couple of days, and I'm exhausted because they bought a new house. They're moving in this coming Saturday. They didn't change the moving date a couple of times. Definitely for this Saturday morning. So I've been helping break down rooms, especially my guest room. I brought all my stuff that was in their home until they get it all settled at the new house, and then I'll take my stuff back. But we was breaking
Okay.
down. We had got the kitchen all packed up. We had got paper plates and cups, and whew, oh God, all the laundry washed,
Wow.
stuff out the basement. The baby's room was all broke down. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm exhausted. I've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning. I woke up, I couldn't go back to sleep. Then she dropped the baby off
Mhm.
about 6 this morning. And she was fighting all morning to go to sleep. So I haven't had much rest today. And I come
Okay.
home trying to water everything. I'm just exhausted. And it's what pollen count is high tomorrow. The highest we got today was 75. So I
Oh
wasn't too
wow. Yeah,
wasn't too
it's pretty it was very hot today here. It was I believe a steamy 93, 94 degrees. With the humidity of 88%.
ooh, that's a lot.
And it's now 83.
Wow.
So
Well,
yeah.
it was 88 and 89 for the last couple of days. Today the temperature it thunderstormed down the way. It never came up the hill to us, but it stormed out
Okay.
over the lake and it dropped the temperature. So I think that's the only reason it's been
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Hey,
Karen said you saw what she said? She said thank you, but she was under the weather.
oh, okay, okay. No, I didn't see. I see it now. Hey,
Okay.
can't stay still working. Okay, CC.
Okay. Thanks
I
for
was about to
checking in,
say,
though.
yeah,
Appreciate
she was
you.
eating them grapes off her grapevine. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Under but things are getting. Well, I'm so glad because I know I normally see Karen. I ain't seen her. I just was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Get better so
Yeah,
you can come on back so we can see ya. Yeah,
absolutely.
so we can see ya. Yeah, I was watching CC going through her garden and she was hitting that grapevine and she was like, yeah, she's like, I got to get that cattle panel for next year so she can have a real hookup on them grapevine.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, my Renaissance grandma, what's up, sis?
Hey.
Glad to see you there. Glad to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
so
Um
I actually been dropping seeds and I have stuff coming up. Don't ask me what, because I just
oh,
grabbed some loose seeds and just stuck it here and there. And as I was watering my fig trees and stuff, I looked in the pot and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's a cucumber or a squash, but I got a couple of stuff in some pots around the yard. And I was like, oh, as it get a little bigger, I will identify it. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. But you got it. That's the important
yeah,
thing. You got
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. You know, Bouger, I loved her video she did. I think not the last one, but a video before the last, where she's got her hat on, like so much like you did.
Oh, the
And
garden hat.
I have my garden hat, y'all, but I was trying to find the right music to go
Well, you
with it.
see, I didn't have any music. See, y'all can do that. Y'all know how to attach music to your videos and stuff. I haven't quite gotten there yet because I really wanted to put some music with the video, but I was since I didn't want to screw the video up trying to put something in there that wasn't appropriate. I just said I'll just
Forget it.
style ahead and keep it moving. So yeah.
Well, I think I found a good song, so it's coming.
Okay. All right. J
Coming.
Mama goes
Hey,
hard in
G
the garden.
Mama.
What's up? What's
Yes.
up? What's up? Nice to see
What's
you in
up?
the chat. Now,
Hmm.
how did you check your night bot? Because they told me I was reading some instructions and they said that in order to test the night bot, I would have to be active on StreamYard.
Um.
Now, can I do it during the chat?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
But where would I go? I have
Go to.
StreamYard. I mean, I have Nightbot down, and I think I put it in the wrong spot when it said moderator,
Oh.
and that's
Yeah, I
why
know
I
you got to
couldn't
make
find it.
him a moderator.
Yeah,
Um.
that part I know, but I
But
think
you
I put
might
it
need to
in the first
update it.
one.
I don't know.
Mm, okay,
So try it and see.
I
Hey,
don't know how to do
TZ.
that. What's up,
Good to
TT?
see you.
Thank you, thank you. I don't know how to do it on the live.
Man, I'm sorry. I should have called you earlier. I was not thinking.
That's all right. I'll figure it out probably by the next time. But you with me what? One more week? Next week?
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
Queen is gonna leave us for a minute.
For a little bit. For a little bit. I have some classes I have to take, guys. And it's not like hey Duval, City Girl Gardener. It's not
Oh,
no.
sorry to hear that.
I'm so
Oh, a
sorry.
young man too. Oh wow. I'm sorry. My prayers are with you.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry to hear
Oh
that.
boy. Sending you a virtual hug.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh boy, that's it's hard dealing with that. It really
Yeah.
is when you lose
Yeah.
somebody. Um,
We appreciate the thumbs up.
hey Francesca,
Take care of
you,
yourself.
hey Francesca, Francesca, I owe you an apology because I believe I did something the other day that I didn't intend to do. When I was on when I came in the live, I believe I spoke to Yankee's sister, but I don't think I spoke to you. And then I thought about it later and I said, oh my goodness, I don't think I said hello to her. So if I didn't, please forgive me. If I did, It's my mind. But anyway, thank you so much for coming this evening and supporting like you always do.
Yeah, and all our prayers are with you, Duval. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's rough.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank
She
you.
said you're totally fine.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, it's always something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All these scissors and shears I own, and I'm still out here like I'm trying to snatch wigs off. Oh my goodness.
You had no good
Oh
sense. Yeah,
boy. I
none.
tell you. That's a boot in order to get me out of here.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks. You're so sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet. Yeah,
Our
and
prayers
thanks for
are with you.
coming. Absolutely. How was your day though? My otherwise good.
Um, yeah. I haven't been aching too much. I guess I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance to even think about aches and pains. I did drop a
Okay.
pain pill today though, because at those stairs. See, that's just it. She got up and down. See here, I'm on the second floor, but once I come up this on the second floor, everything is on the
That's it.
same level. I don't have any
Right.
more stairs until I have to go answer the door or go in the basement to do laundry. But at the new house, I think she said I have a bedroom on the first floor, and the other bedrooms is up on the second floor, so I don't have to keep running up and down them stairs. I could bring the baby downstairs, or she'll bring the baby to me, and
Right.
I'll just go up down the stairs. There go another one we hadn't seen in a minute. There you
Hey
go.
Psalms, how are
Whoa.
you? What you cooking?
Yeah,
What you
been missing
cooking?
this
I know it's
time.
good.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you, G Mama.
she be on it.
She absolutely is. Your flowers and your day are
Ah,
gorgeous. They
thank you,
are.
thank you. Yeah, that's why I was trying to get out there and water today. But I actually put some pots of veggies out here with me,
Mm,
so
okay.
in case I got to fight the deer and the other ones over in the lot, I'm gonna get some.
Mhm.
I actually planted some squash. I think it's
Nice.
crookneck squash, a cucumber.
Hmm.
It's a pickling cucumber. It's not a straight A.
Ooh,
And I got some herbs. I got chamomile, rosemary. What else I got out there? Mm,
love them herbs. Love
yeah,
them herbs.
herbs and stuff out there. So once they get a little bit bigger, I'm looking at them and they're looking good. Oh, sage and a few of things.
Okay.
I got regular sage and pineapple sage. I've been wanting some
That's
pineapple
what I'm
sage.
looking for. Pineapple
I
sage. I
got
can't
some
find it.
pineapple sage and it's taking and it's just looking so good.
That's
Yeah.
good. That
Oh,
is
real
really
fast
good.
too. I was really surprised. What she say?
Yeah. Hmm.
Not
Not
cooking
cooking
anything at
anything at
the
the
moment.
moment.
Resting for now.
Good for
Okay.
you. Get your rest. Get your
Yep.
rest.
Hey,
Hey,
70
70
plus.
plus. How are you?
Hello, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Ah,
Yep, I
those
do. I'm 11.
so fat and juicy. Oh my goodness. Hey, backyard gardener.
Hey,
Flo.
backyard. Yes. Yeah, they are nice and juicy.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
I want
Oh, okay, G
some.
Mama. Now, G Mama, what do you use your pineapple sage in? What do you use it for? Because everybody do, some people drink it as a tea, some people put it in with meats and stuff. It's, everybody got something different.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yep.
girl. Look around. You see
Oh,
Francis
wow.
at 40
Yes.
free range. Wow.
I, that's nice. That is nice.
Is that Liddy
If I,
B? Yeah.
if I had more space, I would definitely have more, to be honest with you. I would. I would.
And I would
I
love
love
going to
them.
collect the eggs too.
Yep. I
Oh.
love them. I'm telling you,
Mostly
if
tea
you
and salads. Okay.
like I don't know, just go in there and just chill and sit and relax. They love us. I know they do. You can't tell me they don't. I love them.
I'm at work. Oh wow.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Thank you, Duval.
Yeah.
Thank you. She's so sweet.
Hmm.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
All you gotta do is open up your mouth. Can't nobody read
Yep.
your mind. Yep.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's what I like
So
about it.
sweet.
You get to talking longer, or somebody tell you something.
Yep. She says
Oh,
she's in the
93.
garden
Whew.
watering. It's so hot. Florida, 93 today.
It smells through,
That's
or
too
we
bad we
being.
don't have smell through here and we be in glory because exactly like smell-o-vision. If we had smell-o-vision, hey 10,
10,
bam,
10.
10,
I was hoping to see you
10.
because I was watching J3 Farms video. He was eating, I think, some onions, an onion sandwich or something. No, it was a turkey burger or something with onions. And he's like, yeah, 10. And I hope she ain't watching because she say something about me eating on screen. I was like, after the Mango Brothers, anything you eat on screen is a.
Uh-huh.
So go over
Yep.
there and drop him a note. Yeah,
You
I
know.
see
Hey
it.
Cassandra,
Cassandra.
how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, he ate that burger on
Yeah.
screen. I was like, yeah, she must not have seen it because she didn't comment. So I was like, yeah,
Mm-mm.
you dodged the
Nope.
bullet today, boo. But let us see your
Yep.
replay. So I'm giving you a heads
He's a
up,
mess.
10.
He's a mess.
What she say?
Oh, she funny. She
Okay.
said, "No, ma'am." Once he said he was going to be eaten, I declined that live. I know that's right. Absolutely understandable.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, Lydia.
Lady B. All right, let me shut up. Go ahead.
It's on me? Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Ta-da.
So, tonight's topic. What do y'all think? I want to see if y'all think yes, it's expensive to garden or no. Put it in the chat if you think it's expensive or not. I'm just curious as to how everybody feels, and then I'm gonna read y'all some stats that I got that I was deciding or debating whether I thought it was true or not. Is it expensive having a garden, starting a garden, maintaining a garden? Um, we're not talking about acres. We're just talking about an average size garden. So I like what Riri said. She said, I think it can be if you make it, but I think you can also be a frugal gardener as well. Absolutely. You can be frugal. But G Mama says, yes, indeed, gardening is expensive. Janet said, to start can be.
Mhm.
Bougie speaking. Yep. 10 said, yes, indeed, it can. Yes, when it comes to buying seeds. Okay. Um, Good evening,
Hello.
everyone. No, I don't think so. Maybe the beginning can be. Hey, Nikki. So this is what I say. I think the answer is subjective because you have to think about your personal budget. So
Yeah.
Janice said, I think it depends on how you do it. Yep.
Mhm.
Um, there are definitely ways you can save money, and there's ways that you can go full throttle. So if you want a raised bed, um, you don't want it 1 foot. You want you're tall like me, and you want something high as high as you can get it. You're gonna spend easily $300. How do I know? Because I've looked. Am I going to spend that? Did I spend that? Would I spend that? No, no, and no, ma'am. So I compensated by getting free containers. But it could be expensive. I don't think gardening has to be expensive. There are so many ways to cut corners. That's true.
Mhm.
Even with seeds. So 10 says she just went to the store for more soil and still didn't have enough. I have to go back to the store again. True. That's me. This weekend, I'm loading up, y'all. But the early bird gets the worm. So I will be at the big box stores, well, the blue one, and I'll be looking for them bags that are gently torn. I don't get the bags that are busted really bad. I look for the ones that are gently torn and I get them. Um, Another thing is, oh, she said she's listening while working in the garden. Good for you. I spend more at the beginning of spring and beginning of fall. Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. You can garden for free. I have seen tomatoes growing out of the cracks of a parking garage.
Yeah,
You
you can.
can. You can make your own fertilizer via compost tea. True that. There are so many ways. The dollar store sells seeds. Yep. And guess what? The library gives free seeds. And guess what? If you know how to do it, you can write a letter and ask a company to donate them. I don't. It doesn't have to be Baker's Creek or Botanical Interest. It could simply be your local big box store, the orange one, and or the blue one. And the right
Mhm.
manager will definitely say yes. How do I know? Been there, done that. Nikki said we can collect rainwater. Well, depending on what state you live in,
Yeah,
isn't that a bummer? But we can collect it where I'm at,
I
so
collected
that's
here
fine.
too.
And to be honest with you guys, that's what I do. I don't pay the water bill. My husband pays the water bill. Mr. Pescatarian handles that. So, not to tax him with a huge water bill, I have a few collection barrels. And I'm gonna make sure. Oh snap! Oh
What?
goodness, I thought I got logged off. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, I make sure that I don't tax him, and I have a few barrels, and it takes a long time to water what I have, but
I
I
know.
do it. Okay, so I go early. The big box store near me is really cool. The one on the other side of town, they stingy with it. They not nice. The one that I'm near, they put the plastic bags out. So you just grab a plastic bag. When you see a torn bag, you just put it in the plastic bag and they don't ask any question. They see the plastic bag, 50% off. They give me no issues, no problem. The one across town, um, well, this one is not that bad, so we're only gonna give you 10% off. Then I'll put it back. I'll put it back. Um, so I just take my time and look. I start at one end of the row and I keep looking. And here's the thing I found out. The ones in the back, those are older, and a lot of times you just gotta push the other ones out the side to the side and then you can get them torn bags. And I'm not saying to do this purposely, but sometimes if you're going to lift the bag, it might tear. It might tear. And like I said, the big box store near me, they understand that. I told the lady, I'm so sorry. This one really isn't discounted, but it tore when I was trying to put it in the cart. She said half price.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
you know
Um,
what? I've also found out that she said she's going in there look now. It might not be any unless they've gone through the bags during the course of the day. Because normally they put them out early in the morning, like when the store
mhm,
first opens up. It's like first come first serve because we be fighting for those bags, and that's
yep.
how I was able to fill up a lot of my pots with potting soil because of the busted bags. I was like, I need too much potting soil to go in there and try to pay full price for bags, and I can get them for little to nothing. You know, they was like, if you don't take them, they're gonna put them in the dumpster. And I have been known to make 2 trips to clean out. I've gotten a friend with a truck, SUV. Come on, you need some mulch. Come on, they got busted bags of mulch. Let's help each other out. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah,
Exactly. It depends. You have to know. That's why being in this community is wonderful because I didn't know about how. Okay, Tim said most of my gardening budget is spent on bag potting mix. I'm working on not having to do that as much. Yeah. So
that's
initially you may put a little bit more out, but over time, I like something that Nikki said. She talked about your homemade fertilizer. We
yeah,
don't have to get Dr. Miracle, this and that. We
yeah,
can if we want to. Will it work? Sure. Is it fine? Sure. But you don't have to.
right.
So in one of my rain barrels, I have a mesh bag. I put all the things in that mesh bag so that when it disintegrates, I'm not scooping my thing in there and then trying to hold back banana peels and this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and
It
that's what I'm
stays in
going
there.
through now. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fine. So, it's a lot. Like I started to say, being in this community is wonderful because if you just listen, you might pick up ways that you can save money. So, it isn't
Charmaine.
always, hey, Shawnee, it isn't always gonna be right there, readily there. So
Mm.
this is what happened with the containers. Like I told y'all before, a long time ago, Brooks talked about how he got containers for free, big containers. So where I live, there's a lot of construction going on. So I just would drive by. I just was patient, drive by, and one day, lo and behold, they're putting up a gas station and they're putting in the trees. I just go and talk to the guys. Y'all know I am Black Hispanic. So what do I do when I see it's Hispanics? I speak Spanish. And they're like, ay, okay, ¿qué tú quieres? Ay, mira, ¿por qué no necesita este? En mi jardín, es gratis, quizás? Sure, it's free. Take it. You want it for your garden? Take it. Take them all.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
I use,
Shantae, man. Glad to see you.
hey, Shantarman. So I
Mhm.
try to use what I have. You guys use what you have. Hey, girl, dad, cooking up
Mrs.
deliciousness. I just
Smith.
love his
Mhm.
name. Um, so use what you have. Use what resources you have. That's just something I did because I knew they would think, oh, she's Hispanic. Okay, well, mira, we're gonna give them all to her. She wants them, give them to her. If she says she need them, she need them. So I
Mhm.
got a bunch. Then I went to um someone called me and said, hey, the school that they're building, they're putting the trees in, ran over there and got some more. Twice. My whole garden is full
Okay.
of free containers. And I mean, some are really, really huge. We're not talking about these little 3 quarts and 5 quarts. No. Mm-mm. I'm talking about 15 and up to 55. So I'm good. I'm good. So we can do it.
Hey,
Um,
Dr. Garrett.
Hey, Deborah Garrett. So the educated natural said she had 4 10-pound bricks of cocoa coir and bag soils as well. She's going through it all. She's trying to figure out if she should just get the bag soil or get peat and call it a day. And G Mama says she added a spigot to her bucket and only
Hmm.
open it when I add compost. Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. You know? There's ways, guys. Riri's Garden said that's really a really good idea. Thank you. That's a lot of construction around where I live. I'm gonna start stopping too. Yep. Just ask them because here's the thing. They gonna throw it away. They gonna throw it away. So if you get it and they don't have to throw it away, they're happy. That's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
was told. Thank you. You're doing us a favor. We don't have to
Yeah.
dump it.
Yeah. And that's how I got my wood chips. When I seen him down the street, I was like, dude, can I have that load? He said, we won't stop until the truck is full. I said, I take the whole truck. He's like, cool. And he was more than happy to back that truck all the way up the street into the lot and dump it. And they could go home. They don't have to find somewhere to dump it. They don't have to go out their way to dump it. They was happy to drop it off. And see, I also knew what kind of trees and stuff that they were cutting down and dumping. I knew that it weren't foreign trees from somewhere else that might have been covered with some type of invasive vine or whatever, where you can end up putting it, making it worse instead of better by getting these wood chips. So yeah.
Mhm.
Hey
Another
TLC the garden.
Hey, TLC. Another thing is seeds. So we mentioned that you can get seeds free at the library. You can get seeds at the dollar store. Now I know some people say, "Oh, but it's the dollar store." Don't let that bug you. Seeds at the dollar store are just as viable as seeds other places. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I have bought seeds from Baker's Creek and it was like $3 or $4 a package. And then I've bought seeds at the Dollar Tree, and the ones at Baker Creek didn't come up. They have seeds sometimes, guys, that don't always come up, at least in my experience. and I've had seeds from the dollar store and they came up. So, I mean, seeds are seeds.
Yeah.
Don't let that affect how you feel about seeds. You don't, hey, the glamour planner, you don't
Hello,
have
hello,
to spend
hello.
a whole lot on seeds. You
Yeah.
could then spend less maybe by supporting a small business on Etsy. There's also people in the garden community that sell seeds, and
Yes.
they're a lot more reasonable than a big establishment. So there's a lot of ways that we can cut costs. I put had a package to send out to Shawnee, matter of fact. And I wasn't able to because I had something else going on. And guys, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I live in a nice area, but our post office is horrible. Horrible. I go there Saturday. They're supposed to close at 1, and I got there 11:47, 11:43. They was already closed. I work. I can't get there before y'all close. So on the weekend, I need y'all to be open. The one across town, you could still mail stuff through they have a system where you could still mail it. The one near me, you cannot. It must be someone there. So I have a hard time, but
Hmm.
I'm giving her seeds.
Yeah.
People have given me seeds.
So it makes
Did
me
they
hard
charge you? Or
buying it.
did you
So,
just open your envelope and be like, "Oh my
okay.
gosh, look at these seeds they sent me." So hey, Nikki said she buys bag soil mixing. Oh, okay. I buy it at BJ's Wholesale Club because I get a little more product for the money.
Yeah, you
Good
get
for
bigger
you.
bags. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, speaking of
Um,
seeds, I'll be doing a video. I just got this in the mail today.
ooh, look at you. See?
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
and the killer part about it, I wasn't looking for that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I had asked somebody for some seeds, but when they said they didn't have enough seeds, they went out their way to buy some seeds to send me,
Mm-hmm.
which they didn't have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's what I
'Cause
like about our community. If they feel like you're going to appreciate the seeds that they send you, they will send them.
Yep, because I sure appreciate them seeds Psalm sent me. American Seed Company sell the same seeds for 25 and 99 and $1.59 for the same amount. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I believe it. It's true. It's so true.
And that's
Um,
what I like about them. By people talking about stuff like this in the comment, it lets you go there and check it out for yourself. It gives you another resource.
hmm Another thing too is think about how many people in this live, including mom and myself, have shared a video when seeds were on sale at these big chain stores. Oh, hey guys, let me show you what Menards has. Oh,
Mhm.
let me show you what this one. Hey, how many times has You Grow Row said, "Hey, this company is having seeds for sale"?
Yeah,
You can get your seeds for less money. Just listen, pay attention. You don't have to
yeah.
spend a whole bunch of money. There was a seed company, a small seed company
Mhm.
on Etsy, and she said she had a lot of seeds she was getting rid of. She was selling the seeds for 50% off and no shipping. No shipping,
Wow.
man.
No
I'm like,
shipping.
whoa, boom, 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 boom.
I know that's right. Hey, Analytic Gardener, thank you for stopping
Hey,
in. Yeah.
analytic gardener in the garden. That's right. Good for you.
Now, I,
Yep.
I have a
So
resource that I might not know about. I'm sorry to cut you off, but one of
no.
the brothers, young brothers that are in my congregation, he drives the truck for trash collection, and he collects pots. He got a garage full of pots. And because I garden, his grandmother gardens, his aunts and cousins garden. And so when I saw him Sunday at the meeting, I was like, I need some pots. He's like, sure. I
Mm-hmm.
said, I don't want none of them little ones. I want some big ones. He's like, okay. So they
Mm-hmm.
coming over Sunday and he's bringing me some pots.
Look at the comment before that one, before the analytic gardener. She said Mike went and brought
Oh
out the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
menage.
Well, I
I
know that
listen.
one year me and Mike we were in a contest on who could get as many seeds from Menards because they had marked them down to 10 cents a pack.
Hey, let me tell you something. Why do they mark them down? Because they want them to go. So I'm
Yeah.
going to help them out. Oh, you want
Yeah.
them to go? Okay, good. Shh.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Seeds are worth so much when you think about it in the long run.
Yeah.
So think about this. We're in a pandemic. We're at the beginning of the pandemic where things were shut down. Your food supply is getting low, but you got all these seeds. What's going to happen when you talk to your friends and say, hey, man, I wish I had this tomato seed, or I wish I had this cucumber or eggplant. Oh, I got some. I tell you what, here's three of the white Casper eggplant. Give me three of your Black Beauty eggplant. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Think about how that really
That,
could have happened. Now,
that
years
was,
ago, prior to the
yeah,
pandemic, I would have said,
yeah,
wouldn't
very
even thought
special.
about it. Oh, you need some soil? Okay. Well, I'll give you some soil if you give me some mulch. Swap, swap. What did it cost you? Nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in this community where people are giving now, I can see where we could make gardening really affordable for anybody. For
And I
anybody.
think,
Man, you open up a can of beans. You open
well,
up
and
a
I think
jar
that's
of
why
something.
I say
Reuse the container.
the powers that be, that's why they are actually trying to push this law about it being illegal to sell seeds to one another. I
Could
was
you
like,
imagine?
I was like, but we're not selling them. All we got to do is say, oh, you got some Black Beauty eggplant, like you said. I'm gonna put five in a pack and send it to you. And in some
Mm-hmm.
states, they will send the seeds back. They won't deliver them. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, some post office won't deliver because I actually had some seeds I sent somebody and they sent the whole packet back. So then I had to
Wow.
disguise the packet and send them again.
That's crazy. I'm gonna be the big boys say, oh, this $100,000 is a gift. This is my one-time gift,
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
can't be taxed. So I'm like,
yeah,
oh, this is my seed package. It's a gift. It's their gardening anniversary. It's a gift.
yeah.
I didn't sell it. Come on. Can't sell seeds. Most of the time we're giving them away. So hey, what's the big deal? What's the
Hmm.
big deal? I tell you. So, like I said, I looked up some stuff and I thought it was very interesting what I found. One of the let me pull it up. One of the things that they said talked about the cost, and it said you can of course start simply for a couple of $100, or you can invest more significantly with a few thousand. If you're DIYing your garden installation, expect to spend anywhere from 25 to 50 per square foot of garden space for wood, raised beds, stone, bricks, steel, and even more. Um, I've seen bricks that was gonna go into the dump.
Oh,
I've seen uh, a lot of places getting rid of the wood. One of the big box stores has a bin where they give imperfect wood away. So I feel like if you are really a resourceful person,
hey Kim,
you hey Kim, you could really
nice to see
spend
you.
considerably less.
Well, they tore down an apartment building at the end of my street. I was down there with my wheelbarrow every day. I got enough to
Mm-hmm.
build a brick barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I will get that basil to you next week.
That's so cute.
Hey,
Hey,
double
Double
dog.
Dog Tripper, how are
Yes,
you?
thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
My neighbor had 3 trees cut yesterday and the chips are not. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Sitting in your yard. I love the look of bricks and cinder blocks in the garden.
Yeah,
Right.
I do.
Exactly.
And I love the cinder blocks because with the holes, you can plant stuff in the holes. It's not only building your garden, but you can put onions or garlic or
Yep.
whatever around your garden to help with
Mhm.
insects and stuff and
Mhm.
still grow, and it's not taking up valuable real estate because you want to give them room
Exactly.
to bulb. And that way when they get
Exactly.
little holes like that and they hold heat. People don't understand about bricks. Bricks will absorb the warmth of the sun all day, and they will slowly release it at night. So that's why a lot of gardens are really pretty because they enjoy that extra boost of heat.
Mhm. Yep.
Hey,
Hey,
Gloria
Gloria
Elliott.
Elliott. Good to
Yeah,
see you.
a lot of
Yeah, I
people
mean,
don't
there's
know
a
that.
lot of ways.
Yeah.
Another thing is when I first gardened years ago, I didn't know about seed saving. I had no idea that I could let something go to seed and collect those seeds and use them next season. I always just said, okay, well, it's time to garden. It's spring, summer, whatever, go get the seeds. But now, no, I have a whole system of letting things go to seed. When they dry out, how to get my seeds easily, how to store my seeds, how to label it for next year.
Keep talking. I'm going to get something and show it to you.
Okay. So I think about how much money I've saved by doing that. My favorite tomato, yeah, take those seeds, let them dry out. My cucumbers that I grew, my those lemon cukes, I'm not buying more seeds. I initially bought them, I made an initial investment, and after that I'm not doing it. And guess what? You have so many, look at that. Mhm.
I forgot about it. It was behind another one. This is nothing but thousands and thousands
Of
of
seeds.
marigolds.
Yep,
And
exactly.
and all I gotta do is take a bag and break it off and just take it like this and crumble it and look at all these seeds. Wait a minute, I'm trying. Look at all
There we
these seeds,
go. All them seeds.
all those seeds, and that's just one head,
Mm-hmm.
just one head, and this is loaded with heads of seeds. I never
Yeah.
have to buy marigolds again because once
Nope.
these, germinate and grow, they're gonna do the same thing as this, and I just keep collecting the seeds from this marigold, and these are some pretty ones, so that's why they still here. And I can take them, and I can just, kind of just take one and break it up, just scatter it in the yard, and just let them
Just
come up
cast them. Yeah.
everywhere, everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's true. There's so many ways. Think about it. We
Hey,
have
Jamaica.
way. Hey, Jamaica. We Thanks for watching. We
Thank
think about gardening today versus what it was years
you.
ago.
Yeah, yeah,
They did not have soil that they went and purchased. They did not have raised garden beds. They did not have trellises. They didn't have fertilizer. And guess what? They didn't have Publix, Walmart, any of those shopping places, but they ate. They fed their family. So, guess what? It is possible to go back to basics and still be able to garden. So, gardening can be expensive, but it can be inexpensive if you learn and know how and apply um, certain things. Because what did they spend on it? Matter of fact, seeds were like currency at one point.
yeah.
Parents would pass down as an inheritance seeds to their daughters, to their sons, because it was precious. So, hey, I love the fact that we do it now. I collect a lot of seeds for my next year's garden. Haven't mastered how to get seeds from lettuce, cabbage, and a few others. Cabbage, okay, and lettuce, okay. Um, Look it up because when it gets too hot for the lettuce, it
It'll
will
bolt.
go to seed.
Hmm.
It will go to seed. It'll start to bolt, and flowers will come up. You let that dry, and those seeds will be in those little pods that they have. So, yeah. I just collected broccoli seeds the other day.
I
I
remember
mean,
those.
it's more than I need. I will never use all those seeds,
Yeah,
and then there'll be more next year, and then
yeah,
the year after.
yeah.
So come on,
And
come on.
if you know how to store them properly, they last for years. They don't lose
Yep.
their viability right away. Okay,
Mhm.
it takes sometimes just if you store them right, you'll just have them. Because I have
Mhm.
planted seeds in my window boxes of flowers that I forgot about. And they're old. I'm talking about 10, 15 years old. They didn't come up right away, but within a month later, I had planted something else in the spot. They started coming up, and I was like, I thought these seeds was dead because they didn't come up when I thought they should come up. But it
Right.
just took them a little longer, but they came up and they kind of moved the other stuff out the way.
Mhm.
So
I'm gonna
it's
tell
like,
you,
yep.
it's so much that you could do. So much. So much. It really is. Yep. Everybody's speaking.
Hey,
Hey,
kiddo,
Kenneth Wilkinson.
thank you for
Thank you for
stopping in.
coming. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that will come up
Triangle.
maybe a
Yep.
year after that. Yeah, I found that
The
out with a
second.
flower seed. I was like, dang, they didn't come up. And then the following year they popped up. I was like, okay, did I do something wrong? And then that's when I started doing research on plants. See, when I was coming up, you didn't have anybody to encourage you about gardening. So
Mm,
I learned from watching my grandmother plant stuff, but she wasn't able to break the how they said the logistics of gardening. She
mhm,
knew how to add fish heads into the soil to build it back up. She knew about uh, uh, with DDT for hard worms or what have you. And but we
mhm,
didn't have all that stuff like bone meal and blood meal. You had lime,
mhm,
you know, and you had the DDT and you had fish heads, and that's all she used.
mhm,
Our garden was organic. You didn't spray it with nothing. You know, bugs got what they did and the rest of. But if you keep your garden pretty healthy, that helps to deter a lot of insects. It's when you don't clean your garden off of dead debris, or if you got sick plants, that's what attracts some non-beneficial insects and what have you. So, and my grandmother said she always had flowers because it attracted ladybugs and dragonflies and other insects to the yard and for aphids and what have you. So, I learned a lot from my grandmother about organic gardening
mhm,
more so than what they teach out here today. Everything they want you
mhm,
to spray.
mhm.
No,
So
I
Kim
told
said, I have collard, turnips, and celery going to seed. Good for you, Kim. That's one of the greatest lessons I've learned. Me too. Me too. I won't have to purchase anymore. Exactly. Exactly. It's so true. So true. I learned by listening. You got to be humble and recognize you don't know everything, and come with the open mind and learn, and be willing to try it and say, you know what, I don't know much about it, but let me go ahead and try this. Let me see what I get. Let me see what happens. And you'll be so surprised. So
you.
surprised.
And what I like about this community, I will never say I know everything because I don't.
Nope. Mm-mm.
And I keep learning new methods of gardening, and I'm also been learning new varieties of stuff. When we was coming up
Mm-hmm.
as kids, it was an orange or it was an apple, you know,
Right.
it was a tomato, you know. We didn't know about Paul Robeson. I put it like this in my family. All right, some of you guys had families who did know the name of the varieties of the fruit that they were growing or vegetables. But when my grandmother planted something, it was a tomato, it was green beans, it was collards, mustards, or turnips. We didn't have all them fancy names to them, you know. We didn't have lacinato kale, you know, and you know,
Romanesco.
yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, you know, and roselle, you know, or sorrel
Mm-hmm.
or blue butterfly
Mm-hmm.
pea. You know, we didn't have all this stuff. We might have grew some of it, but we didn't have all these fancy names and labels for them. But we
Right.
and it was good, and I'm here to tell you about it. So
Yep.
growing up, I knew how to make stuff without it cost me an arm and a leg because there, like you said, there was no other way for you to do it. Hey,
Yep.
Odoms, what's up,
Hey,
Odo?
Olga.
Glad to see you. Yeah, I've learned so much from all of you. Thank you. Hey, we thank you for coming in and
Mm-hmm.
listening to us and trying out stuff and then giving us back your input. That's what makes
Right.
this community great. Is that you just
The
don't do
back
something
and forth.
and not say anything
Hmm.
about it. There's a collaboration between all of
Right.
us some kind of way, whether it's in the chat or whether it's through a special email or even a phone call, like, hey, I tried so and it's not looking good. What am I doing wrong? You know,
Mm-hmm.
or can you direct me to somewhere I can figure out what am I doing wrong? So that's what I like about it. Yeah.
So she said, I'm letting some broccoli go to seed so that I can collect the seeds. Any suggestions or tips on how to collect them? The seed pods are going to be green. Don't pick them. You have to wait till the seed pods turn brown and kind of crispy. I take mine off, I put them in a bag, and I just shake the bag. And usually the little black seeds will come out of those seed pods.
Mhm.
Simple as that.
You see an educated natural saying.
Mm-hmm. Right. I was like, what's all these varieties? I thought a tomato
Yeah.
was a tomato. Exactly. Because you know what? It's the same thing that happened to me. When I started researching chickens, it was like, wait, eggs come in other colors other than brown and white? Whoa, what you mean? Green and pink and lavender and what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all I knew was the grocery store and what I saw. I didn't realize there were various different types of green beans. Some
Yeah.
are purple, some
Mhm.
are bush, some are you have to trellis,
Yeah.
different cucumbers, different oh, this is for pickling. This is for snacking. Like what? Garden has taught me a lot.
What I heard about Armenian
Please do,
cucumbers.
Riri. Let us know how it turns out. I'm sorry, Ma.
No, that's okay. When my ear is ringing and it hurts. Um
Oh no.
um mm, Lost my thought. Oh, the
Um,
Armenian cucumbers when I first saw them. And I was like, that's the ugliest thing I ever seen. I was like, I don't know if I want to eat that. And then folks were saying how good it was and they started growing them and eating them. So I was like, well, I don't know about growing them, but I want to try one. So I hit a Whole Foods and I tried it and I didn't fall in love with it. So I was like,
okay.
okay, so we gonna see about that. But there's things that I was even afraid to try because I
Hmm.
was like, just because you like it don't mean I'm gonna like it. But
Yeah.
if I didn't like it, I could find somebody who does and give it to them. I get right now. I got special requests for cucumbers. Everybody want tomatoes and cucumbers, and I was like,
Okay.
and then I said, what kind of tomato? And they looked at me the same way I looked at folks when they started telling me there was more than one kind of variety of tomato. They started coming with beefsteak and big boy and early
Uh
girl.
huh.
Uh,
Uh
yeah,
huh. Yep.
and what is it? The pasta kind of tomato and
Hmm.
make sauces and stuff with. And I was like, I have no idea what y'all talking about. I just thought a tomato was a tomato. So
Was
now
a
I'm
tomato.
asking them, what kind of tomato? And they looking at me like, what you mean? What kind
What?
of tomato? How many kind of tomatoes are there? And I was like, oh, you really asked the wrong question on that one. It's
Hmm.
thousands of different varieties. And they was like, I just want a tomato. I don't know what kind it is. I just want a tomato. So
Right.
it's just
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But it is what it is, and when you do that, it's good because now you have a variety, and you got
oh,
those seeds, so now
anybody
you
here
can
ever wants to
share
know.
it. Anybody here ever wants to know is if I'm growing collard greens. You growing collard
You growing
greens?
collard greens? You going mustards and turnips?
Mm-hmm.
I,
Please hit that like button, guys.
yes,
And
please, please, please.
yep.
Yeah, I want to grow kohlrabi and a few others that I grew last year. The deer and them got a chance to enjoy them, but they ate the leaves off. But I snatched the bulb up before they got a chance to get to that. So they left me a
My
little.
kohlrabi, it didn't come up.
Mine did real nice. And you know what? I let it overwinter and it came back even bigger the following year. I didn't even pull it up. They ate the leaves down and left the bulb, and I left
You
it
just
in there
left it.
back, and the bulb was still there, and it wasn't tough. It was rather
Okay.
crunchy. And how Miss T with the T said, "Give me some ranch dressing, slice it thin, and dip it in there." Oh, girl. Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
try again this fall. We'll see. I want to taste it. I have
Yeah.
never tasted it, so I want to taste it.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
want to taste it.
They said nothing beats homegrown. I don't care if you go to Whole Foods or all these other little places who sell, like I
Mm-hmm.
went to the farmers market this past weekend. I did a couple of videos. For some reason, it didn't come out. But the honey guy, now that's something interesting. His name is Anthony. He lives in Medina, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And he said different states, which I never thought about, has different flowers. So you got different honey.
Right, because I use local honey to help with my allergies. But if I
Right.
buy honey, local honey for someplace else, it won't have the same effect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, I always knew that when bees go to different flowers, you're going to get a different flavor. But I
Mm-hmm.
never thought about from state to state, the bees are different. So therefore, you're going to get a whole different type of honey. I was like, because I
Mm-hmm.
know some people might bees like uh, uh, orange trees. The blossoms from orange trees are very fragrant. They might,
Right.
do that. Or then they might hit a peonies because they like the fragrance from the peonies. So quite
Right.
naturally, the taste of the honey is going to be different. But
Yep.
I'm not even thinking that bees is different anywhere you go. Just like
Ex-
the air you breathe is different from wherever you go.
Isn't it
You
funny
know?
how that happens?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. I have to get
It's
me some ground cherry seeds. I want to try them. Man, they are really, really good.
Broke sent me some what they call it, Molly ground cherry seeds. I'm
Mm-hmm.
finna drop them. Hey, what's
I
up,
grew
hands in the
mine.
dirt? How you doing? How you
Hey,
doing?
Stacy, please. I grew the Hanover ground
Molly, that's what it
cherries.
is. Yeah,
The Hanover ground cherries, and I would eat them before I even got them in the house. They were so good.
yeah.
This
That
there
that
is
Aunt
Clover
Molly.
orange. I love the Tupelo honey personally. Okay,
Okay.
Tupelo
Yeah,
honey.
and he had all kinds of honey. He had it lined up from the different kinds of honeys that he had, and I was
Wow.
just like, wow, yeah. I was like, wow.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think I got
Yep.
one. I got an orange one from a wildflower. I got something else because I got a recipe from one of the sisters at our hall, and honey is part of the salad dressing along with the vinegar and some other things. Just got a couple little ones left.
Mm. Oh,
And
just
yeah,
got a couple little ones last week. Good for you.
yeah.
Good for you.
So
Mhm.
I can't wait to
Yep.
to drop those along with a few other seeds. I'm behind in
Another
planting.
thing Another thing I saw is it's really cutesy, but it's like jeans that you can it's like a jean flower pot. They had it for sale on Temu, and I saw some on Amazon. But I'm thinking to myself,
I
you can
did
do that
that.
with your own jeans.
That's exactly what I did. I tied the
You can do
legs
that
off.
with your own jeans.
I tied the legs off at the bottom and I filled them full of dirt, attached them to the fence, and I had a vine growing out the butt. It was funny, but
Yep.
it it did the job.
It
It dried
was
out real
cute.
quick.
It was
Yeah.
cute. And what did it cost you?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Already had them. What's up, Albert? Thank you for stopping in tonight.
Hey, Albert Miranda. Another thing is the container that you get when you buy um, blueberries, raspberries, lettuce, those little plastic, or they're not really plastic, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
containers.
Big
They
containers.
make greenhouses, little
Oh yeah.
mini greenhouses. Start your seeds, boom, you're done.
But I like using egg cartons because they come up in a day or so in the egg cartons. You might have to
Okay.
transplant them a little quicker because they pop up so quick. And you got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure they don't dry out because they can dry out quick. But I found out in a day or two, you can grow just about anything because
You know what I
they're
did?
warm.
The K cups. When
Mm-hmm.
you put the K cup in a machine and you press it down, it puts a hole in the bottom already. So the K cup is about that big. It's like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
throw some
Uh,
dirt, throw a seed, and
mhm.
boom. What did you pay?
Yeah.
Well, we recycled the K cup, so you didn't pay
Right.
anything.
Well, I did the
So
same thing with yogurt. I was going through a
yeah.
phase where I was eating yogurt just about twice a day, early in the morning for breakfast, and I might have one for snack. And I had them, the little 4 or 5 ounce things of yogurt, and
Mm-hmm.
I would just keep them, wash them out, poke a hole in the bottom, and do them the same way. I
Keep
still
it
got some
moving.
in there.
Yeah. Yep. There's all kind of ways. There's
Yeah,
all kind of
yeah,
ways. We spend money on different things in the garden that we honestly don't have to, but we do. If we could not absolutely, if you could not absolutely buy soil and you had to use the soil that's in your yard, I would do it. And my soil is
yeah,
horrible. I would have
yeah,
to get them eggshells, turn them into powder so the nutrients would go out quicker. I'd have to do the banana water to try to
mhm,
beef it up. I'd have to make sure that the leaves from the trees stayed on the ground to
yeah,
help with the decomposition to build the soil up. There's all kind of ways you could do it. But the easier thing is to go and purchase the soil and use it.
yeah.
So I do.
Mm.
But there is a cheaper alternative.
Like right now,
Everything.
I got a big pile of leaves in the backyard from the leaves that came down this fall, and I got a
Uh-huh.
50-gallon grow bag that I want to fill it up partially with that, put some soil
Okay.
in it, and add some sweet potato slits and see how they grow in that.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Mike,
Glad
Mike,
you
Mike, Mike.
made
Yeah,
it.
he's so cute.
Yeah. Yep. There's ways. There's always ways. Necessity, they
Yep, they
say,
grow
is the
really good.
mother of invention.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if we didn't have it, we would come up with a way. We
Oh
would.
yeah. We get we get inventive. When push come to shove and you know what your pocketbook look like and there's something you're trying to accomplish, you're gonna look around. You're gonna look in the
Yep.
garage, you're gonna look in the basement, you know,
Yep.
even go in your cupboards to see if there's an old bowl that then outstretch its lid and you can't use it anymore to
Exactly.
store stuff in it. And you can take uh um a soldering iron or even let the tip of a screwdriver get hot and poke holes in it, if you don't want to
Yeah.
mess up the knives and stuff. I mean, it's ways of making miniature greenhouses and some other ways to do it. Like I've seen people take old boots and make planters out of them. I take
And look,
trash.
this is cute as could be.
Yep, yep. And I mean, there's so many different ways. I've seen people take little teacups and grow stuff in them. And I didn't think that was possible. I was like, where the
Mhm.
roots gonna go? But they seem to be
Exactly.
contented. Roots seem to be
Yeah.
happy, to be crowded, and
Yep.
grow. Oh, you got storms
Oh.
there?
Oh boy, I was in garden between storms. Wow. Hmm. Hey, Ro.
Trouble
Were
in
your
here?
ears ringing
Oh, yeah,
earlier?
you should know.
Were your ears ringing
Hey,
earlier, sis? We was talking about you.
was your ears burning,
All
Roro?
good. All good stuff. All good stuff.
Yeah, we don't
Mhm.
badmouth anybody. We don't badmouth
Oh
anybody.
no, never that, never that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, where there's a need, you'll find a way. You'll
yeah,
find a way. If you really want to do it. You said you used the old egg carton. So yeah,
yeah.
don't throw it
Hmm.
away. Don't throw
Hmm.
it away.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people did and still do. Oh no.
I didn't want to have
Oh boy.
the open drains. Oh wow.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I hope it's no serious damage that once they drain, they'll be okay. You won't have to water them
Yeah.
for 'em, but hopefully.
Hopefully so. Yeah. I
Hey,
tell
you
you, this
wrote
weather's doing a number
on everybody. My
in
grandson
everybody.
drove down to Akron today. I almost wanted to drive down, ride down there with him and say, "Can we stop by Rose's house?" I do a pop up.
Like, hello,
Yeah,
Ro. I'm at your door.
I'm in your driveway. I
Okay,
think
he said he think it'll be okay. I hope so, Mike. I hope so.
we'll be
I
waiting
tell
on the
you.
update. We'll be waiting on the update.
We surely will. I'm now saving all clear fast food places. Okay.
Everybody, come
Mm-hmm.
on, through, Michelle. I hear you. I'll give you a heads up first. I ain't gonna roll up on you like that. You're right. We the new wetlands now. Oh,
Wow.
Tennessee. Wow.
Dang. I'm telling you, this weather's crazy.
It's
It's
we ain't
crazy.
seen nothing yet. And see, this is where people fail to realize that when you have weather patterns that's this bizarre, they're wondering
Mm-hmm.
how there's going to be a food shortage.
Hmm. Okay.
Our
And look,
gardens
we
depend
cannot
on the
say it's impossible. We now
weather.
know for a fact there are times where the shelves in the stores will be empty or very severely reduced. So plan appropriately.
Yeah.
That's true.
Be prepared
That's true.
to make a switch out if you need to.
Yeah. Yep.
Like a lot of people's other veggies from springtime is bolting now because the weather just went from cool to super hot. How do you say
Mm-hmm.
novel hot? And so now they're trying to put out vegetables that enjoy hot weather, like okra and tomatoes
Right.
and peppers and watermelons and what have you. Regarding that, because your other veggies can't take it. Like lettuce can't handle the heat, and a lot of your other
Spinach.
brassicas
Nope.
and stuff,
Mm-mm.
yeah, certain stuff just can't do it. Hey, is
Yeah,
that
'cause
mother internet son? What's up? What's up, GT?
hey, GT
How
grows in
are you?
Alaska. How you doing? How you doing?
I love when this last video he's talking about he putting the chickens out. He said they got to go. They need the room. Oh, he putting up
Oh
the
boy.
greenhouse. Yes, indeedy. Yes. I can't wait
Hmm.
to see the new arrangement that he
Me
comes up with.
too.
And it,
Me
yeah.
too. It's gonna look really good, I think.
We waiting on you, GT. We really waiting on you.
Video,
Yeah,
video.
yeah. It's funny.
Yep, it's
But
true. It's so true.
also, people have learned to compost everything in the kitchen.
Yep.
I was watching a video about a town in Switzerland. They offered all the residents 3 chickens apiece. They said when they offered the 3 chickens apiece, none of the residents turned them down. They got rid of every chicken, and they said they have reduced the waste dump like 450,000 tons because they were giving their waste to the
Oh,
chickens instead of putting it in the dump in the trash.
wow.
They were giving their all the extra stuff, that they
To
didn't
the
want.
chicken, the scraps.
They said that if they did that same setup here in the United States, it would put the egg business out of business.
I believe it. I believe it.
But see, when they
Mm.
do that, it makes a difference in the economy because it takes that pressure off of delivery. It takes it off of any diseases. Or you know what you feed your chickens, so you know how healthy your chickens are.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Whether you use
Yeah.
them for meat birds or laying or both.
Yeah, or both. I tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing the impact that it would have. I mean, think
Right,
about the carbon imprint that could be erased.
right. but when your population is constantly growing and your fields aren't big enough to produce enough food for everybody, they made the right decision by offering the citizens the chance to put in the work to be able to feed their families. Instead of
Yep.
sitting in soup lines and begging for it, they were able to be productive in their own household. So
Yeah. Because I
yeah,
mean, if you had chickens and just had a few staples that you were growing, you could make it.
yeah.
You could make it. You will become very creative in how you use those eggs. You will become
Well,
very creative.
but you're already creative as it is when you only get have X amount of money to buy X amount of groceries per week. So you're
Right.
already
True that.
becoming creative. But when you're able to provide a little bit more, like what was it in the chocolate factory? What the only thing they was eating was cabbage soup.
Cabbage soup.
And she said, "What other stuff do we have other than cabbage soup?" She said, "Cabbage soup."
Uh huh.
So when you're able to add some carrots to that and some potatoes to that,
Yep.
and you know,
You got a meal.
and a chicken leg or a wing in there this
Uh
week
huh.
and bake that
Yeah.
other half tomorrow and then fry the other half in a couple of days.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
stretch it out.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
try
try.
to take that right away from you. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. They surely do. And I
yeah.
don't understand some of the HOAs. They are just trivial about nothing, about crazy stuff. Um, my
HOAs
parents,
are tyrants. They're
they
tyrants.
are, they are. So my parents, where my parents live, they live in a cul-de-sac, and it's not a true circular cul-de-sac because when you come to the end of the block, it is forest,
Okay.
forest, deers and all. So my mom's house is here, and the forest is right next to her house. They
Yeah,
wanted to put a porch on this forest side of their home where no one will see
yeah,
because the forest is there. The HOA said no, it would be an eyesore. Who is going to see it?
yeah,
They're next to the forest. But they
yeah.
still said no, they couldn't do it. I said, okay, see, that taught me something. The HOA, they abuse their power.
They
Be
do.
reasonable.
They do.
No one can see the side porch. No one will see it.
Yeah.
What's the problem? But because
And
they're
I
the
figured,
HOA, you have to go by their bylaws, and they decided no. Crazy.
oh, you bro is the winner of the
Yes,
yeah.
that's
All
no surprise.
right.
That girl is born with that growing.
I
Yes,
know.
applauds, applauds. She is born with that.
Wait a minute. I
Yeah,
was
so
trying
I
to
don't like
even have
HOA. Some places can't even have a rooster.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. My mom and uncle joked about having two choices for food: peas and cornbread and peas. But listen, if it's going to keep, as my mother said, your ribs from hitting your backbone,
Yeah.
your belly from hitting your backbone, then yeah, you'll eat whatever. You'll
Yeah.
eat it and be happy that you have it.
So,
I can't have a rooster, so I will accept it.
but you can still have chickens though. So,
Yeah.
some places say a rooster is too noisy, but that's okay. You get you an incubator and hatch your own chickens. If you can't have a
Mhm.
rooster to fertilize it, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
I tell you, people are. I don't know. It's just amazing the things that I've heard about the HOA, what you can and cannot have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some was saying when we talked about it, you can't have gardens in the front of your house.
Yeah.
What? Did I bought and pay taxes? No,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, this right there? No, that's not cabbage. That's ornamental flower.
I
That's
know that's right.
ornamental.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
Hmm.
not okra. That's a weed. I just haven't pulled it up yet.
Yeah, it's just a wild growing something.
Yeah, those HOAs.
Yeah.
What? Sherry and Bobby and them stayed in the HOAs, and they were talking about how they had to get rid of the hogs that they had, the pigs, and they said they can't get pigs again. Even though they kept up with them, it's just It was just too much. But
It's
having an
crazy.
HOA, yeah, my stepdaughter's in an HOA, and she's like, Mom, she said, when we first they had the house built from the ground up. They went out and picked a lot, dug that first shovel of dirt. It was a different HOA when they first built the house. By the time the house was finished, they had changed management in the HOAs, and everything that they were supposed to have gotten from the first HOA, the second group of people denied it. She said everything that she wants to do to her house and yard, she has to get an estimate, put it in writing, and submit it for approval. She just had a pool put in, a prefabricated pool. Then she had to tell them what kind of decking she wanted around the pool. If they didn't accept it, she couldn't put it in. I was like, no, this is my money. I worked hard for it. Then I'm gonna have somebody tell me I can't spend it like this. I was like, use a good one.
Mm. I mean,
Uh-uh.
it. Some people feel like it has its benefits, and I will agree. There are
Yeah.
some benefits, but I
Mhm.
don't think the benefits are enough to outweigh, for me personally, to
They petty.
outweigh it to say, "Hey, I'll deal with it." They tried me last year. Some random person reported my front yard garden. See, that's what I'm saying. Mind your business.
That's
Mind your
petty.
business. It's food. You telling me I can't plant food?
I'm
Stop.
complaining for my family.
Stop.
Yeah,
That
that's
don't
that's
make sense.
that's petty. Now I can see it if your roof was leaking and the house was peeling, and
Falling apart.
the
Yeah.
roof was 4 feet tall. But we talked about food for your
Food.
family. They don't have nothing to do with that. None
But guess
whatsoever.
what? If things go left and there's no food at the stores,
They'll be knocking at your
who
door.
they looking at? Who
Hmm.
would they be looking at? Yo, my man, I think he, wait, is that tomato? That's okra? We need to go over there and we need to see if we can get some. Hey, hey, girl, dad.
Hey
Can we
neighbor.
get some of them
Hey
tomatoes,
neighbor.
please? Right. Hey, neighbor. Can we get some of those? Can I borrow an onion, please? Meanwhile, you the one
No, you
that
can't
reported
borrow one because I don't want it back after you get through it because I don't know how
it.
that will be.
That's like people. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? Oh, what she said,
Yeah.
stealing food.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They would be stealing the food. Yeah, they would be stealing it.
They'll wait. They'll be sitting in the bushes waiting on you to pull out the driveway to
Yep.
go to work. What was
Okay,
there
so
when
this one,
you left is not there when you get back.
right. This what we gonna do. We gonna go over there and we gonna get it. And you let me know if you see his car coming down the block. Okay.
No, if he
Whatever.
asks you anything about it, you don't know anything.
Right. Don't say nothing.
You
Oh,
didn't hear
you know what?
nothing.
Tell
You
him
didn't
we
see
saw some
nothing.
deers. Tell him it was some deers over there. Man, please mind your business and let me grow this food. I'm not hurting nobody.
Change the rule.
To
Yeah.
combat the HOA rules, get on the board and change the rules. Yeah.
But that's what my stepdaughter was doing. She was uh, together on that first HOA. They changed it, didn't tell her about it, and a new one came in there, and they started passing out these new rules and regulations. She's like, "Wait a minute, what happened to the first group? They moved out because they didn't like the HOAs." I was like,
Crazy.
"That's just
Crazy.
ridiculous."
Heard of an HOA flying
Yep,
drones. Oh, and sending people funds with stuff they would never see otherwise.
yep.
See, that is that stuff I don't like.
That's actually
It's just
spying
being
on someone. That's
sneaky.
stalking somebody. Actually, if you can't see my stuff for the street, you don't have no business in my yard. You can see them on
I
your
believe it.
sneaking through your yard. Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All
All right,
right,
thanks,
Stacy. Thank
Stacy.
you for
Thanks for
stopping by.
passing
I
through.
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank
bet
you.
you nice and I bet you nice and cool. His AC wasn't working, but he got it working. They got it working for him yesterday.
No update videos
Yeah.
on them house hunting. Him and his wife house
Mhm.
hunting. I
Man,
was
I
trying to.
tell you, it's just crazy. It's sad that we live in a world like that, where
Yeah.
people report things that are beneficial, and it's looked at negatively.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
on the front lawn.
yeah,
What?
yeah. Now,
I'm
there's a
gonna tell
big
you.
difference between the neighborhood block and an HOA. The city that you live in, if your house becomes too run down, you can report that to the housing department to have them, fine them for not painting a house or something
Right,
like that.
being derelict or what have
Yeah,
you.
but Bobby Brooke and Bubba don't show up at my house knocking on my door saying, you need to do. Excuse me, I need to do what? Like, did y'all pass the plate and bring me some money for all of this stuff? Now, no, you get off my
Exactly.
steps, and get out my yard.
Me
And then
too, Kim.
yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah,
I did not like the idea of somebody telling me what I can or cannot do or switching the rules up. Nah, I would be so annoyed and so pissed with that. I paid for this. I
yeah.
pay my taxes.
I
Stop.
know
Leave
when
it
I
be.
when I had my house, the lady told me, what's the lady next door? She said, you can only paint your houses X amount of colors. And I was like, who are you? And she was like, well, you see the rest of the houses on the street. I said again, who are you? And I wished I could have painted my house a neon hot pink just to tick this lady off, but I painted it beige and brown. And she's like, that's not the right shade of beige, and that's not the right shade of brown. Do you know I turned my water hose on? I was watering my flowers, and I just turned around and did like that. Stay in your lane in your yard. When you start paying my bills, then we got something to talk about.
So this was some random lady?
No, it was a next door neighbor.
Oh boy.
It
Go
was an
back in your home.
elderly it was an elderly European woman who thought that I should live up to a certain standard and my house and yard looked better than hers. Why she trying to tell me?
Go home, brew a cup of tea, put your pinky up, sip your tea, and manage your four walls and not mine.
I understand, Odom. I'll see you a little later on. Have a good
Yes,
one.
have
Tell
a
me
good
if you
one.
said
We'll
hi.
see you. Yep, crazy.
Those houses sell for cheaper.
And
I'm
those
looking.
houses sell for cheaper. I'm looking now. I tell
Yeah,
you,
they want you in their neighborhood.
they do. I just, it's crazy.
That's a
It's just crazy.
dictatorship. Yeah. And that's when them Karens start knocking on your door. I'm just like,
hmm Mm-mm.
yeah.
Manage your own four walls. Stop. Stop it. I tell you.
And she went home and told her,
Crazy.
husband, do you know she turned the hose on me? And I was like, she ought to be lucky that's all I did was turn a hose on
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What were you saying now?
her.
Please. Why the little hiney up?
You know how you put it at their feet and they get to jumping back like, oh, oh. And I was like moving it up towards the lake. She's like, oh, and she turned around and ran. It took all I
See?
could for me to keep from busting out
Not to
laughing.
laugh. I know that's right. I mean, like, who are you to come and tell me this? Go back home. Stop it.
But the
Stop
killer
it.
part about it, her husband was cool. It was his wife that had the issues. He was cool. Like when we were the type of neighbors that if somebody go out of town, you would cut their grass, you would collect the
Mm-hmm.
mail or trim the hedges so that it would deter anybody from coming up in the yard because you figured there's nobody at home. So you
Right.
step up appearances. But his wife, that was a whole different story, boy. He even told her, leave that lady alone next door. She ain't bothering
Exactly. Leave that lady alone. Stop. You're doing too much.
me. Yeah,
I tell you.
she was a Karen.
I believe it. There's always one somewhere. You know,
Before
somewhere.
Karens became popular in the media, Karen's been out here for a long time. They just gave them a name and put them on social media.
Yep, that's the only difference.
That's the
Because
only.
I know somebody that is on the HOA board and got sent a letter to spray wash their house. Wow.
And they tell you when to clean stuff. And that one lady, they cut down her trees. She wouldn't cut them down. Now, when she bought the house, the trees was there. They didn't like the trees anymore because they was blocking their view or something. Them trees been there no telling how long before they built the house, and they kept the trees. She went to work and came back and wondered why the house looked funny. They cut her trees down. She sued and won, and
Good.
they had to replace. They had to give her the money and replace the trees. They had to go find some trees. They was like $700 or $800 a piece, but they had to buy them trees and replant them.
Good. Bye, David.
Oh, hey, what's
All
up?
right. All right. We'll see you. Thank you for coming. It was pretty quiet tonight.
Hmm. That's all right. Wait. He'll get lively on Odom.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Can't do it. You'd go by mulch and they say, that's the wrong color.
Yeah,
Um, you got
yeah.
brown. We want you to have black. Hmm?
Or the pieces are too big. It needs to be a little smaller so they don't look
Right?
so
Oh,
odd.
that would piss me off. We see you got the mulch, but those pieces are too big. So
Yeah,
maybe you should buy the one with the smaller pieces.
but my land, I can
Sir,
literally
no,
have
sir. I just ordered 20 bags of mulch and that's what's going to be there.
it's out of
But my
control.
land, I can literally have a zoo junkyard. So I get how this stuff gets out of control.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
not.
I do too, but
But it's
still.
not the whole neighborhood. I mean, it could be one house that might be struggling a little bit, but the rest of the houses might have pristine yards, houses up to par and stuff. And you might have an illness or something and can't get out there like you used to, whatever. Do you think they would take that into consideration? Well, can't you
Nope.
hire somebody to come out here and do this? So, lady, pay my mortgage and then come back and tell me
Yeah.
about hiring stuff. This my
I
house.
just say let the HOAs be reasonable. Take case by
Yeah.
case and be reasonable. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, going with Hudson. Good to see
Hey,
you. Good
hon.
to see
How you
you.
feeling, hon?
That was my question. How you feeling today?
How you feeling?
Yeah, you just want them to be reasonable because
Yeah.
sometimes they're just not. I understand they're in place to maintain a certain aesthetic look in the neighborhood, and that's cool, but just don't go overboard with it.
Yeah.
And some of
Yeah.
them do. The abuse of power can be very evident when it comes
Yeah.
to them HOAs.
Well, they had this one lady told her, they said she couldn't leave her car running in her driveway. It was idling in her driveway. She turned around and looked at him and said, what? It's my car in my driveway and I'm letting it run. They said that she could not do that. She could not leave her car idling in her driveway.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's not even reasonable,
I was getting upset, and this was just something I seen. I was like, "Are these people
man.
serious for real? You gonna knock on my door, come up in my yard, and tell me what I can't do in my own yard?" It was disturbing the neighbor. It was idling. It wasn't like it was like where they was gunning the motor or nothing like that. It was just sitting there quietly idling. It's like you can't
That's
do.
when that's when you be like, somebody gotta be punking me. Where's
Yep,
Ashton Kutcher?
I be
Somebody
doing like
punking me.
this. Yeah, I'll be looking for the where the cameras at.
Right, right. Where's the camera at? Oh, they waiting for me to go off. I'm gonna
Yeah.
play it cool. I know it's a
Yeah.
joke.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
I'll be calling
Mm-mm.
my sister. I'll be like, Terry, all right, you got me. You got me good. Come on out. Where you at?
Right, right. Don't let your car idle. And
Yeah.
who is sitting and watching this?
He went
Says
down
she
with some of
can't
my
complain.
knees.
Pain went down some, and her knee started hurting like arthritis. If it ain't one thing,
It's
oh
another.
boy.
I
Listen,
understand.
I understand. I got arthritis in my knees too. It's
Yep.
crazy. Some days it's good, some days it's not.
Yep.
Some
I'm getting
days
this
you walk
knee.
slow, and some days you just
Yep. I'm gonna
take,
get this
you
knee
know.
done in the fall. So yeah.
Mm,
Oops.
UPS got stopped buying HOA by the HOA, and police called because he would not tell them where he was going in there.
Yeah.
Talk for a delivery and who gave him the code.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I saw that one too.
That's crazy.
They had one where the man was in a wheelchair and he snatched the bag of the UPS guy. No, no, it was Amazon. He had a big
Hmm.
bag full of packages and he took it into the apartment building, put the packages out and left. And the guy in the wheelchair snatched his bag and the guy snatched it back. And then the guy in the wheelchair did something and the UPS driver punched him. And they said he got fired, but the guy in the wheelchair jumped up to hit him. Now he's supposed to have been disabled in the wheelchair. He just told on himself that he wasn't as
Okay.
disabled.
Disabled as he thought, as they said. See? Mm-mm.
Yeah. And they said the UPS driver got fired. I was like, for what? He was defending himself because he was trying to walk past the guy. The guy's the one that snatched the bag from him.
Wow. I didn't see that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. And this guy loses his job just because he was doing his job.
Okay. Lose your job for doing your job.
For
How
doing
insane
it.
is that?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and
That's
and
crazy.
they had an HOA where the guy wasn't allowed to come in because they wanted him to tell him where he was delivering the packages to. He said, "That's none of your business." He said,
Mm.
I'm here to make deliveries. Where I make the deliveries and to whom I make them to is none of your business." And they wouldn't let him in. He couldn't get in that because it was gated, and they wouldn't let him in to deliver the packages. So he left all the packages outside the gate.
Well, I tell you what, when them people got through complaining about not getting their packages and having to go pick them up at the front gate,
I think
when
that
the
was
front
that was
gate.
the point he was trying to make. Like, if y'all can't
Mhm.
make them in, and if people steal them, that's on y'all. Cause I brought them, I delivered them. They wouldn't let me in.
I mean, why do you need to know? You do know that he is a
Saying,
UPS man. You do have he does have ID. So come on, a big
yeah,
truck, the uniform.
they
I mean,
exactly. You got a big old
yeah,
brown truck saying UPS, UPS or FedEx or Amazon
yeah,
or whatever. They got the uniform. They even got the ID. If you want to
yeah,
call and check if this is a legitimate driver, you could do
yeah.
so. But you gonna
That's
tell me I can't do my job because I can't get permission from you?
I could
No.
see that. I could see them saying, "Okay, sir, let's we need to verify it. Hey, do you have a work? Okay, you do. Thank you so much, sir. I'm about to open the gate. Go about your
Ex-
business.
Exactly.
Go
Exactly.
about your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
And they say that since they have control over everything, then that means you can't grow a garden unless you have prior permission. Some won't let you have chickens. Some don't even want you can't have a raised bed. You can have an in-ground bed, but you can't have a raised bed in your garden. Now, you might be having problems with drainage or something like that, or rodents, and you want to be able to cover your garden. But they said you can have a garden, but it can only be this size, this deep, in this area. Now, if you want to
But
grow something sunny and they tell you you can have to put it in a shady area, you'd be like, that doesn't make sense. I can't grow
Mhm,
anything in the shade that I
mhm,
like. Everything I need needs to be in the sun. Well,
mhm.
that's distracting. To who? For
Yeah.
what?
Well, listen, I saw something where the guy had his boat on his property behind a fence, like the dog-eared fence.
Yeah.
And somebody said, "Well, it's an eyesore, so you got to get rid of it." So what he did was he got rid of his boat because he had to, but on the front of his fence, he had someone come and draw a picture of a boat. I said, "Yeah, got him, got him." It's behind a fence. Y'all just mad because y'all can't afford a boat or
Yeah.
y'all don't have a boat.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
that's crazy.
that's
Well, I know
power.
that's
That's power
what
hungry.
happened, huh?
That's power hungry people.
Yeah, power hungry people. Power hungry people. Crazy. Crazy. If
But
you look on
go ahead.
YouTube, there's a lot of HOA videos how
Yeah.
people get fed up with this and that and the other in their HOAs. So they are definitely power hungry.
Yeah. And then quite
Sad.
a few are being sued too. They was like,
Oh yeah.
y'all done went past the point of no return as far as your attitudes and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be
Great.
telling me what color I can dye my hair and what color panties I can wear. No. I
Woo! We
wouldn't
don't
be
have anyone to wear the yellow pants. It's too bright and it's distracting. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to put on something else. So you want me to take the pants off right here? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can see a panty
Mm-mm.
line and that's not respectable for
Oh,
me.
stop. Oh my goodness.
Oh, they'll take it to a whole new level. Believe me, if they could, they would.
Mm-hmm.
Works with me some.
Management. Oh, she said, I'm glad the manager at my apartment worked with me. Someone from their other property saw mine and said, yours don't look like hers. I try to get the crop out at the end so they won't complain. Good for you. Good for you. And you keep it looking neat. So, yeah, good. Good.
But
Okay.
that's it's so many narrow-minded, petty people that's still out here that you would think after how they said this is 2024 and we still got people out here that act like that, talk like that,
Hmm.
and it's
And you
it's
wonder why. Why?
yeah,
What do you feel that good about yourself to
yeah,
tell somebody, um, that's a little bit too high, so you can't. That's a little bit too dark, so you can't. Oh no, we wanted this. Come on.
yeah,
Oh wow, they made the other person remove their plants.
right.
Well, listen,
Each building
that's
has
the
different
HOA.
management, so some folks
Mm-hmm.
is really petty.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, some people they are.
Hey,
Hey,
Coach
Cricket
Peach.
Pete.
Yeah.
Some people just, love the
Ah,
power.
I think of Urban. I know Urban.
HOA plans, they bleach spawn, bad built spot.
And you
Oh
about right too. You about right too.
yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. I tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just crazy. It's just really crazy. I don't know.
But
I don't
it
know.
is what it is, though. But
Yep, it is what it is. It
now,
is what it
Urban,
is.
Urban, now that you done popped up in here, I know you would have an opinion about how expensive is gardening for you, because I know you're not. Well, I guess where you at is part. You're in Canada, right? So it's still part of the United States. But what are the rules or regulations there? Are they different? How different are they from us here? Because I know you have chickens. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
how expensive is your cost of living where you at? How does it affect your gardening? Because
That's
I
an
know Urban,
interesting question.
she's gonna tell it like it is. She's not gonna sugarcoat it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw today Tia said she has people telling her how to garden. Yeah. Don't know
Mm.
Jack. Now, if you ask somebody, that's like
Toronto. Oh,
somebody,
she's in Toronto. Okay. Ooh, Toronto's pretty.
yeah. Like people come up in there and want to tell you about your garden. Then you ask them to name anything that's in your yard. They could not tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I think
No.
that's a tomato. You think or you know. It is or it isn't.
Exactly, Mike. I'm too busy to worry about telling others how to do stuff. Exactly. If you could sit there and watch me and measure everything I'm doing and scrutinize everything I'm doing, you have too much time on your hand. Get a hobby. Get a
No,
hobby.
no, get a
Too much
garden.
time.
Get a
Hmm.
garden.
Yeah, right? Grow a garden. Okay.
Yeah, grow your own food. Find out how much it is uh less of cost out of your pocket for buying groceries when you grow your own. Oh,
Exactly.
Urban.
Oh, she said, cost of living is expensive, but I was raised by Jamaican parents. We know how to stretch a dollar and hustle. I know that's right. I spend a lot only because I have a medical condition, seed addiction syndrome. LOL. Exactly. Exactly. I found some sangria watermelon seeds. They sound so good. Yes, they do. Sangria watermelon seeds. Oh,
Yeah.
sis, please
Well, as
grow
soon as you
them. Grow
said
those.
sangria, I thought of wine. I was like, oh, I do have some wine in there. I could have had a glass of wine.
Mm, yes, yes,
Ooh.
yes. Sangria water. Yes.
Yeah,
See,
look at Mike.
he's
Mike,
so funny.
Ro, GT. Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
They could open up
Hmm.
a seed shop. They could put Baker's Creeks out of business. Look.
Okay, exactly. All the
Uh,
seeds they got. Mike talking about twitches.
and
Seeds. Oh man, so
I'm trying.
true.
Oh, wait a minute.
So true.
Hey, Mike. I got some seeds, bro.
Right? I got some seeds, man. You want them seeds? Look, look. We got the brown packs too. We got the brown packs too. You want the brown packs? We got the brown packs.
And, and, and and I got different grain names. You know what I'm saying? They ain't all the same. You know, man. Whatever you want, whatever you want. I
We
got it.
got it.
Ooh,
We got it.
I even got an Amish thing. You know what I'm saying? I got
Hmm.
an Amish later. Okay. What else you want? What? Ooh, I got squash. I got squash, man. I got it in red. I mean, I got it in yellow. I got it in white too. You want white?
Uh-huh.
I got white. I
I
got
got
white
the
bread.
white. I got you. I got you.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Amen. Ooh, I got white beets, dude. White beets. You ever seen a white beet? What? Yeah.
Ma,
Yeah.
I
What?
think I think you're addicted. You need to go to Seeds Anonymous. Who said it? Okay, she said once you have good soil, you don't have to spend a lot. So chickens, I'm not allowed. But hey, they gotta find me first.
Oh, look at her
I
say,
thought
I
of
thought
the
of the
wine
wine.
too.
She's angry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there
but
it
you,
is. SAAC Addicts Anonymous. We have
oh, wait a
meetings.
minute, wait a
Me,
minute.
me,
Look
me,
at the look
me.
at the Queen of Seas. Look at it. She had to crack up
Okay.
herself. Yeah.
This one right here, she know. She the one
Look,
that put
Googling
the
them
post up
sangria
about the
seeds right now. Look at sweet.
Googling them sangria seeds. Hey, why not? You
Oh,
ain't said
you say,
nothing
hey
but a
girl,
good
let me
word.
hold some of them seeds, baby. It's gonna cost you 2 bags of topsoil, a bag of what's that? Mushroom compost, and maybe a jar of honey. All right. Oh, I said
Hey,
honey. Who do I look up and see?
yep. J3 Honey Slinger. Hey, Mr. Honey Slinger.
Oh, I need to buy
I
another
need to
case.
buy another
Lord, please.
case.
I got a couple of empty ones here. I'm about ready to fill up.
I tell you, yeah.
Look at
We
look at
listen.
GT. GT had to laugh himself.
All
Okay.
he can do is laugh. He know. Listen, he know he got seeds for days. We're sharing girls. Yeah, it's something. But listen, if that's what we're addicted to, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a
Yeah.
good addiction.
Yeah. It could
That's a
have been
good addiction.
worse. Could have been worse. And you
Oh
know what?
yeah, absolutely.
I think that some people who got into gardening was actually had other bad habits, and then
Mm,
they redirected those habits into doing something good, and that was getting into gardening. And then they realized just how much money they've been saving, even though garden can be expensive compared to
mm-hmm.
their previous hobby. And the previous hobby could have been financially damaging the household, whereas gardening, you get something in return.
Right. You do. You absolutely do. Harvesting contender beans, about to plant Italian beans next. Good.
Hmm.
Nice. They
They
got
got
my picture on the wall at my local hardware store. They tried. Oh my goodness. Well, if that's the case, you must be on a milk carton. I must be at the post office.
Seeds
GT
today.
must be on a milk carton. Roll got to be at the post office.
I,
Wanted
I'm on,
for
I'm on the
smoking.
Wheaties box. They got me on the Wheaties box.
The Wheaties box.
They got me put on a
Have you
Wheaties box
seen this
like
lady?
this.
Oh my goodness. That is funny. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I,
yes.
I I was remembering in the early part of the year, like December, January, February, where everybody was getting putting in for their seed catalogs or getting their seed catalogs and telling you everything that they wanted to grow. And then
Mm-hmm.
folks started saying this, that, and the third. And then I remember when You Grow Row said she had joined one of the clubs, I think it's on Facebook, for tomatoes, and how they were sending her the different little packets of seeds, and she was showing us all the different seeds that she never heard of. Did not
Yep.
know that there was that many variety of seeds out here and names of a lot of them that she didn't know. So I'm really intrigued on seeing what You Grow Row grow as far as her tomatoes outside
Yeah.
in the park.
Yeah. Riri, you need to be seen. Love your channel, content, energy, and your thought. Aw. Yes. Can't believe how y'all got me laughing. We all just having a good time. Meredith. We all just having a good time, girl.
Yeah,
We
we
all
funny.
sitting here laughing.
Yeah, we kind of funny like that. But
Mm-hmm.
you got to be able to laugh at yourself, enjoy what you're doing, and hope that it will benefit someone else, that they can see
Right.
the light at the end of the tunnel. Because you got a lot of new
Mm-hmm.
gardeners who come into this, and they first thing they say, "This is hard work."
Mm-hmm.
I have never read anywhere where gardening was not
It's
hard work.
easy. Mm-hmm.
It was a
But
lot more than sticking your finger in some, and in their day, they called it dirt until they learned to call it soil,
sweeto.
where they just figure they stick their finger in the dirt, drop a seed, and cover it up. Some people don't even think to water it, okay? Some people
Mm-hmm.
might have soil that's so depleted till you can't even find earthworms in it. It's so dead that they don't feel like
Wow.
they need to beef up the soil because it might have been impacted for years upon years, according on what was on that land previously. It might be
Mm-hmm.
heavy equipment that might have been sitting there. It might have been a car, truck, or something that's been sitting on the ground. That ground is so hard and packed until you can't get anything to grow in it until you break it up. You might have to add some potassium or nitrogen or something to the soil to help give it some life before you plant something in it. You might not even have garden tools. Most people, most new gardeners don't have garden tools. They don't have any hand tools. They might not even have work gloves. Okay. So it can start off initially being expensive if you don't have the clue on the first step on how to get started. But then, normally, after that initial drop of the pocketbook, you start learning from other people, watching other channels, doing some research, and finding out how, excuse me, how you can cut the cost in your garden. Just like you said, you could take all the scraps from your yard and make super juice. You know what I'm saying? You could take fish heads or guts or whatever, put it in some water and make your own 511. All right. I mean, it's so many ways that you can shortcut. Like a lot of people buy peat moss and maybe a bag of potting soil or topsoil and mix it together and add a little perlite or vermiculite and make their own seedling soil to start their seeds in. There's so many ways to shortcut what you're doing to get started in the garden. And just like I said, we it's just so many. Okay. Yeah, it's so many ways that you can do. My 2A shopping habits has shifted the garden, and these squirrels messing with the John Wick.
John Wick.
Yeah, because pew pews ain't cheap. What got me was a lady I saw with a nice garden on Instagram. Then she had a seed store on Etsy. I got the mortgage. lifted tomato, heavy hitter okra, and that watermelon. See, you got names on stuff.
Okay, see? From who? From a small business.
Yeah,
Etsy. I
yeah,
love it. Francesca earlier said laughter is the best medicine, and
yeah,
that is so true.
yeah.
When you're feeling down and depressed, if you can kind of force yourself to
Yep.
laugh a little,
Comfrey
you will
tea.
start to
Yep.
feel better. Comfrey tea, yes, ma'am.
But you know what? A
Yep.
lot of people didn't know what comfrey was. I didn't.
Oh, I watch her too. Growing with Hudson, the Okra lady
Yeah.
on Facebook. Yep.
Come on.
Hey, Miss T with the T. Hey now. I need a squirrel army. Okay. Them squirrels
Ah,
be doing the most.
they be doing
Doing
too
the
much.
most.
Hey, Miss T the T. What's up, man? Yeah, me and the baby was listening to you this morning. She wasn't having it. She was in her own little world. I couldn't get a chance to watch the show all the way through. So
She was
I
having a
gave you
day,
time.
huh?
Oh man, she's learning words, like I can sing if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And so we be on that for about an hour, hour and a half. She can say dad now, and she say oh, and bye bye, and hi. Oh, she's getting her little vocabulary together, and she knows
Oh,
when to say it.
okay.
Yeah, I
Good for
dropped
her.
dropped my phone, and she looked down. She said, oh. I was like, oh, okay. You one of those smart
Uh-oh.
ones.
Next month.
I hope I can. I hope I can. I really do.
My battle is rabbit makes a nightly bed in my grow bags.
Ah,
Wow.
ooh.
Might come in there and be some babies in that grow bag one morning.
Well, you have some rabbit stew. One squirrel come for me. I'm coming for all. My just need to have the
They had
gravy
a gravy
ready.
Betty. Listen, they
Ah,
said it's good, so
yeah, she
she
is,
is. She
and she
really
trying to
is.
walk. Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
good for
gravy.
you.
Oh, yeah. I see. Who else had those? Marie, Homestead Heart,
Hmm.
Tamu. Yeah, hers. Yeah, I love those dogs. They're huge. But I was
They're
like,
so pretty.
yeah, you got to have the acreage for them. They got to be able to roam.
They're
You got to have
so
the
pretty.
acreage. I know she got it. So
Hmm. Yep, I tell you.
don't worry, the
Don't worry,
rabbits are
no
not.
rabbits under my patio. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the
That's
little rabbit.
crazy. That's one
That's
thing I
crazy.
haven't seen yet. Rabbits.
I don't have
Possum.
problems with rabbits and what's the other one? Chipmunks because we got too many predators around here. We have a lot of hawks and crows and ravens. Like at the end of my street, there's a park. So there's a lot of birds in the park. And you can see, I seen one swoop down, snatched up a baby squirrel, hit that baby squirrel, went straight up and disappeared. I was like, okay. So
Mm.
rabbits and chipmunks, I haven't seen them in years.
Wow.
I wish I can get
Oh
rid of the
boy.
deer and the groundhogs and the rest of them, though.
She said she loving the rain. I don't have to
Yeah,
water my plants. And that's a big expense. So you talking about
yeah,
watering stuff, especially here when it get hot and humid. At least with that
yeah.
rain collection, I
Yeah,
save money, and I don't blame you. When it
yeah.
rains, I be like, I hate it because I want to go outside and work in the garden, but at the same time, I love it because I know I don't have to worry about watering it.
I build a funnel on top. I got a big
Wow, picking up baby
5-gallon rain
rabbits.
barrels so that they can collect all that water.
Am I wrong in thinking this? But I thought that hawks and crows only picked off dead things. But y'all are talking about things that are alive, like they just scooping them up.
Yeah, they scooping them up. They might take them somewhere for them to die. They might be prepping too. I don't know.
They might be prepping too much.
Yeah, they might be prepping too. I don't know.
Oh
I
man.
know I didn't see them
Maybe
swoop
that's why
down
the
and
crowd has
snatch
been
them up.
around the bunnies. Maybe. Maybe. May
Yeah,
I would think they pick them up and drop them to kill them
yeah.
like that. I don't know.
I have no idea. I just know I see them swoop them up and they keep going and we never see them again. So I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe they got a pantry. I have no idea.
You never know. I have my bulk milk tank collecting the rainwater off my barn, which I have it channeling through my drip line irrigation. Ooh, smart. I
Yeah.
love that. I wish I could come up with a way to do drip line irrigation. That is good.
Man, my hogs have a job in this garden.
Nice.
Now, I just wish I had some that knock off these deer groundhogs and raccoons, chicken hogs.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
they bad over here if it doesn't.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh well. They are. Oh hey,
Mhm.
Jamaica. I don't
Yeah,
think I spoke to you. They
yeah,
use
you
their
do.
talons and beaks.
Uh,
Okay, okay. Yep. See? Yeah. Oh, I tell you. Well, I mean, it is the circle of life, so it's
Hogs are
something we just have
predators.
to
That's the most
expect,
part.
you know.
Well,
Hogs
I
are
got a little bit of
predators.
everything over here. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
wild kingdom.
Okay. Okay. Yes, they will
Ooh.
because before my dog passed, I had a Yorkshire Terrier. We saw a hawk try to scoop him up when he was in the backyard. Fortunately, my daughter saw it and she was like, "Ma, go outside." You could. At first, I didn't see him, but I saw the shadow first, and I was like, "Oh no!" And then my little dog is all like that, but yeah, yes, they did. Driving but listening. Okay, so scary though. Like I said, I always thought they would pick dead things, not things that were alive. But like Ma said, maybe they're prepping. I don't know. Man, this time goes by so fast. So fast.
Oh wow, we got 4 more minutes.
Mm-hmm. I
Mm,
tell you. I just enjoy talking to everybody
I do
and
too.
seeing
I like
everybody.
hearing other people what they've been going through because everybody has
Mm-hmm.
different unalive. What do you say, dead's a donut?
Okay.
That's why they call them buzzards.
Yep,
But
the buzzers.
we have
Yeah.
so many people here that's from so many different parts of the world, and not just in the USA, outside the USA as well. Is that Skilly?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you here you come. Yeah, we get ready to roll up out of here in a minute, bud.
It's okay. My
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 whole
Hawk
family.
family is rolling five deep now. She has mouths to feed. I bet she does. She
Ooh,
better get what she can get out that garden that don't supposed to be there. That's all right. You're here.
we
Give
still
us
love
a
you.
thumbs up. Yeah, of course. We appreciate it. Hawks are brutal. Seen one land on a squirrel and get right to work. Oh Lord,
Yeah, just rip
man.
it up. Yeah, hunger do that.
Mm-hmm.
Take them out.
And
They
say,
don't
hey,
wait.
yeah,
They
they're like,
hungry.
hey,
They
I
hungry.
need this. I need
And if they
this.
got a family to feed, they got a family to feed. It is what it is.
It
It's
is what it is.
they
Yep.
call it the circle of life.
Mm-hmm. And it
Take
is so. Whatever. We have a lot of eagles here. Okay. Yeah, we have eagles too.
I saw a lot of bald eagles when we went to Alaska. That was so cool. Them
Hmm.
things, they are huge.
Huge. Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Propaganda as a way to guard it. I meant to
Propaganda.
mention
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
propagation.
yeah.
Yes. I didn't even think about saving money that way, but you are so right.
Well, how you
That
think
is
everybody got all these fruit trees and stuff? They've been propagating them propagating them and selling them. So,
yep.
yeah,
So it's like,
this
hey,
that's
I got this
becoming
variety.
a big
You
thing.
want that variety? I'll give you
Yeah.
a cutting of mine. You give me a cutting of yours. Yep.
Just like
Make
right now, we waiting on who's that? Broke Farmers Tree Orchards to so everybody can get a piece of everything he got out there.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope his what is it? That fig.
Oh no, I'm waiting on the Jolly Rancher.
The Jolly Rancher
Rancher
fig.
fig, that's it. Okay.
Mhm. Yep. He said
Yeah.
one didn't make it, so I'm hoping the other one does. I don't think she'll hold it against you, Jamerica.
No,
In fact, I know she won't.
I think you're all right. All right. So,
You
daughter
will.
dear, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I will. I'm the Pescatarian Gardener. You can also find me on Facebook as the Pescatarian Gardener. So I'm on two platforms now, Facebook and YouTube. I do have a wonderful channel, if I say so myself. For those of you that don't know, my channel is about the pescatarian lifestyle, gardening, my chickens, my wonderful husband that loves to barbecue and is wonderful at it, and anything else in between. If you don't know, check me out. If you like it, subscribe. I'd love to have you to become part of the family. Thanks, Mom.
And tell me about your arrow garden too. You do arrow gardens, don't you?
I garden inside as well. I have two, two arrow farms, and had a little mishap, but we working on it. So I love the hydroponics, and I'm learning so much about it. And if you're into that kind of thing, come and see what I got going on. Yes, I do. I have three children. They're all adults, two girls and a boy, and one beautiful grandson.
Boy.
Yep.
Okay. And I am Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner, Zone 6B in Cleveland, Ohio. I do a lot of things, but I do love gardening. I do crochet. I do house plants. I do a little cooking. I've done some videos on that, and just a little bit of everything in general. Okay. I like going out shopping. I like showing videos of places that I've been that might interest uh, the people who watch my channel, whether you're in the bushes or whether you are subscribers. And I hope that you come back every week to my channel here in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I do enjoy everyone who stops by. Please give comments, hit that like button, and show us that you like us just a little bit. Would be greatly appreciated. Hit our notification button and like, share, and subscribe to both of our channels. And as I always say, enjoy your day. Y'all come back now. You hear?
You hear? Good night, everybody.